What would you do if the world was ending right before your eyes? When all you can do is run, hide, trust in the faceless individuals who are in charge of not just your fate, but the fate of humanity. But what would you do if you were the one in charge of every human on Earth? Their fate is in your hands. Their hope, their faith, is in you and what you do. Would you return to the surface and risk losing everything that you hold in the palm of your hands? Lose their faith or their hope. Lose the control you have over them. Of course not. Location: the surface. Humanity thrives and life goes on as normal. But then one day, the skies darken as damnation rains down. Creatures from the sky above, raptures as they have been named, kill any and all humans, not discriminating and not holding back. Rapture, an interesting name for a creature that is the inverse of the very cataclysmic event of some Christian faiths. Instead of the believers rising up towards the heavens, it is as if the heavens are raining down judgment on earth. As the armed forces of humanity fight back against the endless tides, they only lose bit by bit. But when the construction of the Ark begins, so does the construction of NIKKE's, and the tides slowly start to turn, but only just enough for humanity to run and hide underground. During Operation Ark Guardian, the Goddess Squad protected mankind until the Ark was sealed, safe from the judgment of the heavens. But once the doors were sealed, so was the fate of the Goddess Squad, as the newly founded central government immediately banished the saviors of the Ark, abandoning them on the surface with the monsters from above. The central government left those who gave themselves for humanity, who were made to save humanity, and branded them as martyrs. But why? Why would you abandon those who could save you? Those who will save you. The United Forces of Humanity combined with VTC to form the central government. Or perhaps the United Forces of Humanity disbanded VTC, removing the competition. This happened between the beginning of the Ark's construction and the time of Operation Ark Guardian, allowing a single group of individuals total control over the last of humanity, both as their protectors and as their providers. It wasn't long before the central government told humanity to put their faith in the new NIKKE's that they created. Even though the NIKKE struggled to prove themselves effective against the raptures, those in power touted them as their saviors, worthy of the hope and faith of humanity. But behind the scenes, the ones who control the NIKKE's is the central government. It's a simple plan to win the hearts and minds of the citizens of the Ark. Faith is important. Faith is what allows us humans to overcome almost any trial that we come across. Faith is the hope and trust in a future that has yet to happen. That thing inside us that when we can't go on, if we push just a bit further, allows us to go beyond our preconceived limitations. We can put our faith in many things, in a higher being, our friends or family, the NIKKE's, or even ourselves. For the people of the Ark, putting their faith in these NIKKE's is hoping that they will be successful in reclaiming the surface. That, as we have been told, they will push back the raptures, and humanity will return to their home once again. Just like the Goddess Squad who supposedly gave their lives for us. Something that is truly worth our faith is something that can be debated, argued, and will always prove itself worth it, never turning down the chance to prove itself worthy of our faith. As the central government holds the hopes and dreams of the citizens of the Ark, what are they doing to maintain the power that they have over the people? In the event, Kill the Lord, it shows us a different side of life in the Ark, a hidden, dark side, as we infiltrate a cult, judge their actions, and execute judgment accordingly. And while the outpost does have a church, there are hardly any religious establishments inside the Ark. This is because the central government is actively squashing anything that could threaten the faith that humanity has in the NIKKE's, the thing that they have worked so hard on for over 100 years. You see, when the Goddess Squad was abandoned, They did so with the intent of replacing them with mass-produced NIKKEs, as Oswald tells us in the Overzone event. But they're not just being replaced as warriors against the Raptures, but as icons of faith and hope. The Goddess Squad was powerful and effective, but too powerful. Humans put their faith in them, and this was an issue for the central government, because they could not control the Goddess Squad as much as they wanted. Birmingham mentions to Anderson, after Dorothy descended upon the Ark during the Rapture invasion of the Ark, that they suppressed information about the Goddess Squad, the saviors of old, to avoid the manifestation of a god-like being. A translation error or not, the idea is still the same. They want to push down anything that could threaten the most powerful thing in the world. And it all started with the legendary Goddess Squad. When the events of the game's story first begin, the Commander and the Counters were given special immunity from the central government's control, granted by a few individuals that do not fully align themselves with the central government's ideals and goals, those who want to be free again. They saw the Counters and the Commander as another chance to take back the surface, a chance to truly free humanity once again, not just from the Raptures, but also from the tyrannical control that the central government has over humanity. Like New Hope of years past, the Commander isn't the only one given this trust and support by those who want to be free once again. This honor is given to those who show promise and potential. Those with a strong will and the heart to make that dream a reality. Does the central government truly want mankind to be free once again? To walk on the surface and breathe the fresh air, free from the Raptures and the endless amount of dirt that surrounds them? Could the events of the Goddess Fall that claimed the lives of 200 mass-produced NIKKEs have been orchestrated by the central government to change how the citizens of the Ark view NIKKEs? Public views of NIKKEs weren't too positive due to the utter failures that they were at the time, but the central government needed humanity to believe in them, to believe in their creation, to believe in something that they had control over. They tell humanity that it is the NIKKEs that will free them. The central government tells humanity to put their faith, their hope, in them. Yet the ones who are actually making progress towards freeing humanity from the plague of the Raptures are the ones that the central government has no control over. In recent chapters, as the Counters and the Commander make great progress towards reclaiming the surface, their popularity among the people of the Ark grows, along with the support of the Big Three, something that doesn't quite sit right with those in charge. Especially since the Big Three are contracted by the central government to manufacture the very NIKKEs that they use against the Raptures and to control the citizens. While the central government demands faith and hope in their creations, they actively destroy anything that can oppose the faith in their creations. So let me ask you just one question. Does the central government truly want mankind to reclaim the surface? Because if they did, the Goddess Squad would be with us right now. Thank you so much for watching, and please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. This is the kind of content that I produce on this channel, maybe some event reviews, maybe some oddball things here and there. I really don't have a set schedule. I'm trying the best I can. Your support would be appreciated. I'm Ganoomgagap III, and I will see you all next time.